Alright guys, so we got Josh here and we've got some goodies, as you can see. Holy shit, look at this goodness. Billet. So tell us what we got, Josh.
We have
Where to start?
Start on this, we've got a Mumbatech TD05 turbocharger.
Which is slightly bigger than the stock one.
I'd say
I think,
so, yeah.
But it's got billet wheel, anti-surge, as you can see. And anyway, I'll put the specs in on the screen. Sorry, go on.
So I've got all the bolts and lines that come with it. I've had to get a smaller battery because we're going to be switching around the airbox and the battery.
Yep.
So that's going to be sitting in this tray here, which I got from Dryden Motorsports.
Yeah. Pretty nice bit of kit.
Pretty cool stuff. We've got the pod filter, so you can get that sick induction noise.
Yep.
And
which is going to be connected to
some new piping here that Carl's going to whip up for me.
Yeah, we're going to do a pretty hectic intake, basically from front of turbo up to where the battery used to be, or currently is, and get this thing sounding sick. So, shall we?
It's going to be pretty cool. Let's get into it.
Right, so first thing first, well, the car's still hot, so we're going to try and not touch any metal parts for a while. So we'll take off the intake plumbing and basically get ready to do the battery relocation. So with the filter out and the front of the airbox off, you can get, what is it, 2 bolts? 2 10mm bolts in the bottom back of the airbox, and then basically ready to rock and roll. So it should be a direct bolt in this new tray, shouldn't it?
It should be, yes.
So once your airbox is out, you'll be left with basically this bracket here, which Josh is just getting rid of, which was holding the airbox. So you've got to get rid of that, which is 2 12mm bolts. And it looks like you also have to, well, it's not even needed now, but this little intake duct that basically looks like it gets air from behind the headlight and directs it into the bottom of the airbox. Get rid of that. And then basically the tray mounts. Yeah,
Like that.
Something like that.
Straight down there.
Which you'll see in a minute with the magic of video editing. So as you can hear, the Evo is not happy about having its intake and battery system changed. So, shut up you.
It's alright, we'll fix you soon.
Yeah, we're just going to get the battery in super fast before we get seriously annoyed and dogs start howling everywhere. Got the new tray bolted in, almost. That's the bolt on the edge here, one there, and there was a sneaky little one right down there, which you can probably just see.
Yeah, that's that one in. Like so.
So it was a bolt in. Alright guys, so one thing you're going to need to do, depending on your battery of course, but one thing to definitely check before you start the process is if you've got the right battery terminals. So the old one, they're really small. As you can see, the factory ground is a lot smaller.
Quite a difference.
Yeah, it's about 10mm compared to 20 odd. So if you have the same problem as this, you're going to have to, well in this car anyway, the ground is crimped to the terminal, so you're going to have to cut it and crimp a new one on. As you can see, we've got one here. But in regards to all the positive stuff, they can bolt straight onto it. So that's one thing to be prepared for, guys. So we've done all the R&D for you, so this is exactly how it should run to basically make all your factory cables work, except for the ground, which we have to put a new terminal on. Basically, we've run the main positive, just broken it out of the loom as you saw before. We've also broken this one out of the loom, which goes to the fuse box. So they're going to basically come up here, somewhere like that. But the main thing you're going to have to do is the ground routing. So normally they both daisy chain off this bolt down here. So we've basically taken this terminal off that daisy chain, routed it underneath the battery tray, daisy chained it off the bolt that mounts the tray, and then it'll come up the back here, as you can see Josh holding. So we're pretty confident that'll work. So yeah, the only thing you need to do is potentially change battery terminals and probably have to crimp a new negative terminal. But that should be it. Alright, so we've got the battery done, as you can see. Pretty clean, I think. We'll zip tie these wires together.
Is it a Mamba battery? I didn't know they
No.
Oh, it's just
Whack the sticker on there.
It's supercharged, bro.
man.
Supercharged, turbocharged Evo.
It's been done.
Alright, so we've almost... That was either the bolt or the socket. Yes.
Snapped it?
Yes.
Exactly what we wanted.
Just so you know, we're actually trying to do that. Because this one's stuck. There we go.
Yeah, buddy.
Mate, it's been Ed Sheeran.
Alright, Dad.
Alright, now we can hopefully drop this fucker off.
We've taken the coolant lines off,
Yeah.
dump pipe, well not the dump pipe, the front.
So we're kind of, I think we're doing it the hard way because we don't want to actually touch the manifold just in case it's the same deal. Yeah. So we're going to try to drop the turbo down. I don't know how it's going to work, but
We'll find out.
yeah.
So what happened, mate?
We can't get it out from underneath. So
Not bad.
we still don't want to touch the manifold. So we are currently draining the coolant and we're going to take the rat out. As you can see, Mitsubishi, they've just made it nice and easy for us. Coolant goes off.
Barely
Coolant
see.
goes
What?
off. We'll do a rear mount radiator, I think.
Yeah, fuck
We're
this
going to
front
time
mount
out the
shit.
servo.
Yeah. I'm not busy.
Yeah.
I just want to hurry up about it.
Yeah.
Yes!
We got
Oh
some-
god. Some would say rookies. 5 minutes later.
Yes.
Finally. Yee!
Oh my god. Well, if you're pulling your turbo without pulling the manifold, radiator, and then you're sweet.
Because those bolts do not look like they want to come easy.
And we don't have a spare like
So-
we do with the turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sale. Evo 5 Turbo.
No shaft play.
Only 30,000 Ks, one lady owner. Only highway Ks.
How's the impeller look?
Better than mine.
It does.
The one on the 60, not me.
Yeah. Alright, so here is a size comparison. So obviously stock turbo.
Are you sure that one's the stock one?
Oh wait. It's stock TO5, what are they, like 16G I think,
I think so.
from stock, and this is this an 18?
20.
20G. Yeah, so this is a TDO5 20G with the billet impeller wheel, anti-surge, 3-inch intake. Yeah, it's a pretty nice bit of kit.
For the price, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So what did it cost?
Pretty much $1,000 without the shipping.
So the good thing with the Mamba as well is they've basically given us all new fittings. So we got new, what look to be stainless studs.
Brass
They look like, yeah, brass copper bolts. We've got new banjo bolts for the coolant. Also we've got banjo to AN lines for the oil feed. So we're going a braided AN now instead of the hard line. What else? We got the new hard lines for the coolant. And in Josh's hand we got new gaskets.
And they also gave you the new...
Yeah, the gasket. Oh yeah, and that too. So a new intercooler pipe.
And the springs. if need
Yeah,
be.
and wastegate springs.
When you want to turn it up,
So we're going to start on 3 bar. We'll see how it goes.
Run in tube.
Alright guys, so we've basically got water lines, the new turbo feed line, and also the NVIDIA dump.
turn it this way.
Bleh.
She looks
Put
good.
back on.
Nice little unit.
Yeah, so you know what, I'm pretty stoked with Mamba on this. Like, brand new studs everywhere, new nuts, basically everything, even all new banjo bolts, everything. So as long as this fits on, we're laughing. So I suppose
What's happened, mate?
well, we had to basically take the studs out, slip the turbo in from the side, then put the studs in later, but we're actually having some success now.
Bad success.
And it's only 8:30 in the morning.
Oh mate. Yeah, we did start at midnight last night.
Mm.
Or midnight this morning. However you want to call it.
You're fried.
Yeah, I keep losing shit.
Short-term memory loss. She's a killer.
Looks nice though, mate.
Let's have a look. Oh my god.
Got one more
You can't even see it. up
one
there.
more oil drain bolt to do up.
You can't see it.
In hindsight, probably should have drained the oil and
There you can see the 2 bolts. Have you
taken
got
it
it
off
in?
from the sump. I
Yep,
think so.
definitely should have drained the oil. Rookie error.
The drain was a bit of a prick, so what we ended up doing was taking the starter off so you can get access to the bolts easier. It's like the standard thing on cars, it's like a chain reaction.
We should have
Oh,
drained the oil.
yes. We can't let it defeat us though.
Nah.
And we won.
Eventually.
Hard fought.
Well, you got light.
Yeah, just
You get film with light though.
yeah, film that bolt.
Alright. So it's time to make up an intake. So basically, it's going to be just 245s, something like that. And then basically a pod filter there, but in between that, something Josh has prepared earlier. We're going to need the MAF.
A lovely MAF.
Yep, shit things are, but anyway, something like that. Or further back there. We're going to have to make up basically an adapter plate to adapt those bolts and seal it in here.
It's gonna be
And then with
another
another bit of 3-inch pipe to
the
connect
pod.
it. So, yeah,
do
shouldn't be
it.
too bad. Alright, so we've got our basic intake tract mocked up. Probably one of the easiest bits of
Yeah.
piping I've done, which is nice for once.
Come on, man, you love the hard stuff. Oh, Josh,
Mate, there's a toilet just there.
what have you done, mate? When you're good, you're good. Might be taking a while.
You want to
to
kiss it?
Yeah, I'll lick it.
So that'll basically sit like that. Yeah, so then we basically just got to make up an adapter on there, which we'll do now, to suit the 3-inch pod filter. And this will literally just sit on there with a straight coupler as well. And we're laughing. Alright, so we've just cut some 3mm plate that I've got lying around as scrap. So we're just got to basically make a template of this. Hexagon shape really, so I'm just going to text to that. So basically you just got to cut cut a hole in that, and then weld some 3-inch on the other side. Some holes for the fasteners, and that's it. Pod filter goes on there. So.
What happened, Joe?
The bonnet is touching the positive terminal when we close it.
Checked my car. Does the same thing. Never knew.
Must be a thing.
Go figure.
Yeah. That's some sick tunes coming from the car.
Alright, so we've just made this little adapter. And yes, all you guys on the net, yes, that will slightly restrict the airflow, but nothing can be done about it because it needs to seal against these flat
We're not going
edges.
anything more than 250 kilowatts.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, if anything, it'll add turbulence and make it better, so we're all for that. So we basically cut, there was a little lip here, so we cut that off and basically filed it flat, so that's all one surface. So we'll probably just use a bit of RTV around there and seal it against this. And it goes that way. And then you can see we've just nut-serted 4 nut-serts. So we're just going to put them in with some M6 bolts, and then this is basically good to go. All we're going to do is a blow-off valve in the intake pipe, and then we're ready to fire up.
Thank God.
Yes. So we got the intake and pod set up complete, which is pretty sick. So we just got to basically plumb our blow-off valve back in here to shoot into the turbski. And
That's a MAF to pod filter adaptation.
yeah, BBG special. Can't buy them, you make them.
Shit, mate.
Victory!
Yes, that's it. Blow-off valve, crankcase, vacuum source.
So what, only took
So-
about 25 minutes?
Yeah, not even, mate.
Yeah, you know cars, they're quick.
Super fucking quick.
No issue.
Nothing's ever
That's
an issue.
clean. Something doesn't say that. Oh, it's a nut. Nut's not plugged in.
Oh, we forgot to plug in the MAF! Oh no!
After serving the world for over 30 years, the space shuttle turned it. It's come to a final stop.
Better than mine.
Yeah, you definitely hear that edgy surge.
That's sick. Spool it up now a little bit, like.